Hello, welcome to Dark Night Healing. My name is Julie. I'm going to do an oracle reading for you today from the Angels and Ancestors deck. I hope this reaches whoever it needs to reach when it's time to reach. All my messages are intuitive, which means I don't know what's in the book by the creators of the cards. I get my messages directly from Spirit through imagery on the cards and channeling. We trust in Spirit here, so no need for likes or subscribes, and I'm not dependent on your money or anything for work. This is purely for Spirit and getting those messages out there. Let's see what we have today. High Priest. You're a leader of sorts. Very spiritual. You could be a high priest, you could be a Celtic shaman. You are somebody who works with energy for sure. You believe in Creator. You believe in the lesser gods, but you believe in Creator above all. Hermit. You spend a lot of time going within, meditating. You feel this is a very important part of your practice. Keeps you centered, keeps you grounded, keeps you connected to Spirit. You wear very simple clothing, very minimal clothing. Natural fibers, and you believe strongly in connecting with the energy forces. Knight, be brave. You're very strong. So just because you are a very peaceful person, you have a past. That past is a dangerous one. That past cut you, even when you believe so faithfully in it. You may have been a man of the church and now have switched to a more spiritual. I do believe this is a masculine and most likely a male, due to that I have 3 men out on the table right now and no female in sight. Perhaps you have a love interest with the rose on the Knight card, or you did in the past, but your duty and loyalty prevented you from being with that person. Maybe you were a priest and you took an oath of celibacy while you were in love with somebody. And that hurt you because you couldn't be faithful to yourself knowing that. Interesting. Shield Maiden. So there was someone there, but she didn't agree with your beliefs. Your beliefs kept hurting you. And her beliefs kept you separated because your faith was strong. This caused you to turn away from that faith and choose a more spiritual path. This is a very strong woman, very independent woman. She doesn't need anyone to defend her. She can defend herself. But she's highly connected to the moon, Spirit, and her gods. She's making plans. You need to be brave and honest with yourself and with her. You need to take a break. Guardian Angel. You're being protected. You're not alone. You're being protected by your guardians, your angels, spirit, whatever your beliefs are. But definitely your ancestors are here, taking care of you, guiding you. Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. You're definitely working a lot on this spiritual side. Not that your faith before didn't help you be a better person, but that is not where you're at now. You're definitely getting into the spiritual side. Being a peaceful spiritual person does not mean that you are harmless. It means you choose peace. And that actually is more strength than most people realize, to choose not to inflict violence or harm when you could create immense harm. And you choose to be peaceful. Perhaps your faith or whatever it was you were involved before was very militant. There's a knight on here, so they're expected to defend and kill at a moment's notice. Perhaps you were in the army before you chose the spiritual path. Maybe you were a priest. Either way, something made you change your perspective, and I do believe that it was this beautiful shield maiden. She's probably from another culture. But you find her energy intoxicating. You feel that this is your person, but something was preventing you, perhaps your faith or whatever it was, from being together. I don't feel that this is too late. Let's see, your guardian angel is with you. There's something that you're going to have to look at and transmute within yourself. Interesting. Traitor. So this traitor leads me to believe that you have a specific talent or ability that you could use to make money and support yourself with. Perhaps you're into textiles. Maybe you make clothing. Maybe you're a quilter. Something that you do on the sidelines. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything. There's a lot of fabric in this card, so, and a lot of patterns. So it could be that, or it could be something else. But whatever this talent is, you could easily make a living off of it, and you could choose a new direction as far as career. Medicine Mother. You have some sort of knowing. And maybe you've had this knowing your whole life, but it wasn't until you left the faith or your job or whatever it was that was hurting you, that you realized that you knew. Like, you've always known stuff. And you never really thought about it because you just knew. So you definitely have some spiritual ability, and it's something you're starting to present. And you can use it to make money. You can use it to create yourself an abundant life. Shaolin Master. You're working on that, again, that peaceful part of you. Like I said, where being peaceful does not mean that you're harmless. A harmless man is not peaceful. They're not. They lie, cheat, steal, and do whatever they can to get others to do what they want or get others to hurt people for them. A peaceful person chooses peace over violence because they know how much damage they can do. So you are definitely working on that. You're working on that peaceful aspect. Maybe you were a soldier. Maybe you were in the army. That's something you have to learn when you come back. You have to retrain yourself because the army trains you to kill, maim, murder. And then you come back and now you're not part of society anymore because you're crazy and you have PTSD and all this stuff that they trained you to have. So then you come back and you have to learn to have how to be peaceful and fit in with normal society now. So you're working hard on that. Use your knowing to do that going forward. Unlock Magic Guardian, unlock magic within. So yeah, you have this ability and it's going to take you places. Continue to work on that. Lots of meditation, breathing exercise. Shaolin monks spend an incredible amount of time training, and especially with their breathing exercises and their meditations and stuff like that, to keep them peaceful. They do not fight in anger. They fight to defend themselves and to defend the temple. They don't fight for pure violence. They're not just out seeking war. So this is what you're now transmuting within yourself. Your knowing will guide you. And you're going to transform in a lot of ways and use your gift. You're going to unlock a few more spiritual gifts besides this knowing of yours. Maybe you will be an energy healer, a Reiki master. Maybe you'll work with crystals or incense. But you're definitely on this spiritual path now. You've left behind the old ways and you're moving forward. You're being protected. You're being guided. And they're going to show you what you need to do next. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. You're definitely in a time of fixing things. You're fixing your direction. You're fixing your north. You're getting your needles back in line and headed towards the new direction. It doesn't seem to me that the direction is broken so much as has been splintered. All you have to do is pick the path that you want, and it will lead you to your center. You have several roads that you can choose from, but all those roads lead to one place. So you have several options that are going to take you to the same outcome. Do not focus on the outcome, focus on the journey getting there. People are going to say that you've changed. They might notice a change in your appearance. They're definitely going to notice a change in your energy. And they're going to comment on it. Don't worry about that, though. You're going to be fine. Choose this path of peace. It's a great and wonderful path for you, and it's going to open up so many facets and ideas for you to move forward with and have an abundant life. You're quite protected in this journey, and you're going to use all your abilities to bring things together. That Shield Maiden, I don't believe she's going anywhere. She's waiting for you to finish doing this. So be honest with her. Or him. It could be a feminine man as well. I don't know. I'm just reading what's being shown to me. So she doesn't seem... She's firmly in your grid. So you won't have to worry. Don't push her away. You know, just tell her that you're working on yourself and you need time. They will understand, because you're working on yourself to make yourself better so that you can be a better person for not just them, but for everybody. And they will encourage you to continue on this path. Alright, that's your reading for today. Thank you for joining me. You can reach out for a personal reading at darkmightheal@gmail.com, or you can check out my other platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah. Hope you all have a great weekend, whatever it is for you, and we will see you next time. Bye.